world. Hello, 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 hello. Oh, hold on. All right, okay. Hello, world. Yes, I know it's a little later, okay? This was supposed to start 7 minutes ago. I do apologize, but in the future, I think I'm going to put around 11 a.m. or whatever EDT around. But not exactly, because it always takes me a second to get set up and everything, so, you know, got to get the lighting, the camera. So I apologize if you were waiting 7 minutes ago, but I'm here now, and in the future, like I said, expect more around. Hello, Kaimo Films. Hello, sup? Am I pronouncing that right? Kaimo? Kaimo? Hello. Everyone, hello. Fatih, Ikrin. I apologize if I'm slaughtering your names. But I just wanted to say, if you haven't subscribed to Kaimo Films, Kaimo? Okay, I don't remember how I said it. But if you haven't subscribed to him yet, please do go subscribe to him, or them, I do apologize. They're making great toy monster films, kaiju fan content. Go check it out. They're at 678 subscribers, 79, and so they're on their way to 1,000. And I remember, oh god, I'm gonna sound funny this way, but I remember when I hit 1,000 subscribers, that was a cool moment, or even just getting close to it. So go support, you know, a new person in the kaiju community. Hello, Kin Nations. Hi to you, Kin. Man, you all got like these names that I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing them right. I apologize. I'm just reading them as I see them. So letting everybody come in, if everyone wants to say anything before I dive deep, as I usually do. But yeah, so you are cool. Thank you very much. I don't know, I don't really consider myself a super cool person, but I do appreciate the commentary. And Godzilla, Ghidorah, Mothra, question mark. Is that are you asking me my favorite? Or are you talking about the thumbnail? If you're asking about the thumbnail, that's for Godzilla Defense Force. That's a mobile game that's coming out in May that I'm going to talk about, if you haven't already heard about it, and my thoughts on that. But if you're asking me personally, my question, my favorites. Well, thanks a lot for the support. It's really overwhelming. To Kaimo. Hey, like I was trying to say before, that I remember when I hit like 600 subscribers. That was a long time ago. So that, you know, I wasn't even on Instagram, so like I didn't get anybody out there trying to say, oh, you know, go sub to him, go support him. So, you know, if I had someone who had told me, oh, hey, you know, keep up the good work, everyone go subscribe to this guy, like that would have really motivated me. That would have pushed me more. So I'm trying to I want to help other creators because, like I said, up until, well, I wasn't on Instagram, right? But up until I hit a couple thousand subscribers, I didn't really have, I had a few people, but I didn't really feel like I had that much push and support. So I want to give it out to people. Sorry, I got a little Instagram notification. I want to push it out to people. I want to support content creators in our community because I think it's important to have content creators. Godzilla versus Ghidorah, Godzilla, and then a bunch of trophies. Yes, that's going to be the big moment of Godzilla King of the Monsters, is Godzilla and King Ghidorah fighting. And I've kind of spoken about this before, but I do think King Ghidorah is the main villain of this film. And I don't know, we don't know yet if Mothra and Rodan are going to team up with Godzilla against King Ghidorah. We just have to wait and see. As well, I promise I'll get to Godzilla Defense Force, but today I did see on Instagram that there was I'm not sure if they're real or not, some drawings of the Titans showing their full forms. And it said a spoiler warning. I can't confirm if these are real or not. I just briefly looked at them because I didn't want to get a spoiler. But there's apparently 4 of them now, even though in the trailers we've only seen like 2. So anyway, but I have said before that I think the movie's only going to focus on the 4 main monsters. The other Titans will either be saved for like sequels or kind of shown at the end or at the beginning. I don't think they're going to be much a big part of the film. I think, but we have to wait and see. But so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we're juggling between 4 and 3 people, which is great because last time it was like 1 or 2. I got 2 Godzilla DVDs for my birthday, and the DVDs are 2 volumes of all the old Godzilla movies. Is that the Sony collection or the classic media ones? Because Sony, back in the day, did like a couple of collection packs, but so did classic media. And I always wanted to get the classic media collection, but man, I mean, I don't have my cases anymore. I have the discs. Mothra X Godzilla. Yes, for sure. I don't know. I mean, it's a kind of a spoiler, but there was a toy pack for Jakks Pacific revealed that has Godzilla. It was classic. Classic media. Yes. That, I mean, they had really good releases. Gojira, Godzilla Raids Again, Rodan, War of the Gargantuas on a double disc, which I have. I have all of the. I have a good chunk of those. I don't have Godzilla Raids Again. I don't have Godzilla's Revenge, but I have Terror of Mechagodzilla, King Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, Godzilla vs. Monster Zero, and I think they made another one. I don't know, I have so many. I have like the Sony Blu-ray one. No, I think I have one on Blu-ray. I only have one Godzilla movie on Blu-ray. But my laptop doesn't even have a disc drive. I'd have to watch them through my Xbox. Like, I can't even play them on my laptop. Because now they don't even come with disc drives anymore. I didn't even realize when I bought this. But, so now everything's digital, right, I guess. Anyway, I'm so totally sidetracking. All right, I'm going to briefly, whatever. It's kind of a free-form discussion. But I just mainly wanted to do this live stream to talk about the new mobile game, obviously, hence the thumbnail. And maybe a little bit later I'll talk about Ultraman. You guys might be able to watch as I react to this trailer and give some of my thoughts because the final trailer dropped. And maybe I might sprinkle in a little FNAF just because I know some of y'all are FNAF fans out there. I kind of want to touch base. You could buy an external DVD player. Yes, I don't have it here, but we have one of those. It's like a little box. Godzilla 1975 Mechagodzilla versus Airplane, what? And I think that's a face. If you mean Terror of Mechagodzilla, I have that one. I have the classic media. I have Godzilla versus Mechagodzilla 1974 from Sony and Terror of Mechagodzilla from classic media, which is very funny that they're basically sequels, but they're released by 2 different production companies. That is, I think it's really bad. Like, I'm hoping in the future Toho goes to a distributor who just gets all the Godzilla films and puts them all out in the same company so that we don't have to switch between one company and another, and just puts them all out on a digital collection. Every single Godzilla film in 1080p, high HD quality. But the rights, it's such a mess. It's such a mess with the rights right now. But I really hope they clear that up in the future because it's so complicated. And I think a lot of the classic media DVDs are out of stock. But I was saying, I keep getting sidetracked. I think someone said to get a DVD player. Well, yeah, we had a CD DVD player. It's like a little box, and you stick it in with a USB cable, and so you can watch your movies as well. But I mean, here I have the Xbox, so I just play them through the Xbox. But I mean, that is a question, you know, like, if there are no discs around, how are we supposed to watch our Godzilla movies? And if they're not on Netflix, we're gonna have to get the digital downloads, I guess, or something. I don't know. That's, I think, something that Toho needs to really take care of. But anyway, yeah. And maybe I might show you guys my collection. They're kind of buried here. I have to go through them, and I can pull them out and show them to you guys if you really want to see them. If you really want to see them. But I just wanted to mention it with Godzilla Defense Force. The only real reason I wanted to talk about it was the fact that so far we haven't heard anything about. You mean an Xbox 360? I have an Xbox One, so that one's. Or I don't know if they changed them, but mine comes with a disk drive. I don't know if the new ones don't, but mine has a disk drive. So And it plays Blu-ray, which was the other reason I got it, so I could play Blu-ray. 2018, goodbye. 2019, yeah. Yeah, boy. But anyway, gotta keep getting sidetracked. And that's not your guys' fault. That's my fault. But with Godzilla Defense Force, I think it's like the only mobile game we're getting. When Godzilla 2014 came out, there was Godzilla Smash City, I think, and there was another one. The Smash City was more like a browser game. Then the other one was like I don't want to say, it was like a tile-based game that actually came out for mobile, and I don't remember if it was free or not. But those were the only things we got. Now, as far as I know, as far as it's been announced, you know, as of this moment, they could announce something, but so this is the only thing we got. Strike Force. Was that what it was called? Strike Force. Okay. That was the one where you're in the city as a soldier, I think, right? And you got to escape the city from Godzilla. Decent game. Cool concept. I would love to see a full, could you imagine? Or maybe not even a full, but like a $20 game, PC game maybe on Steam, where you're playing as a soldier trying to survive a monster attack, like a first-person shooter. That would be awesome, like in full graphics and everything, and you have to help escape civilians, and maybe there's smaller monsters, like Meganulon or small bug monsters, or I'm trying to think what other small monsters there are in the Godzilla universe, but like, and you would have to fight and survive against them. Godzilla 2020 King Kong fight, Godzilla King Kong teams. You know, I'm definitely, this is a controversial opinion. Everyone's Godzilla, Team Godzilla. I know this because I have a poll. I've done a poll, and Team Godzilla decimated Team Kong. Oh man, you're so lucky. I want a Godzilla poster. Do I have a Godzilla poster? I don't have any. I don't have him here. Funny enough, I don't have my Godzilla poster here. I should put it up though. I have I think it's a 1954 Japanese poster. I have it, but it's not up here. But yeah, anyway, I'd love to see a game where you're like running around in a first-person mode, surviving. There was something similar that Bandai released where you had like a city survival, but it was more strategy-based, and you were a civilian. And I think like Ultraman was attacking a city, Godzilla was attacking a city. I think King Ghidorah did too. So, but I want to see something from this perspective of a soldier in first person, fighting monsters, surviving bigger monsters. One great game that I think, if you ever played, was the King Kong 2005 video game, or the video game for King Kong 2000, for Peter Jackson's King Kong. And that was that showed me that you could do a game where you have to run away from monsters and fight smaller monsters and do it well, because you got to fight smaller monsters, you got to fight, or you got to run from dinosaurs essentially. So you could do it right, that you have to survive in a city being attacked by a giant monster, but also city shrouded in dust. Kaimo Films, you are the man, you're on it. Thank you. You're on it. It was city shrouded in dust or shrouded in darkness. But like, I want something a little bit more, because from what I saw of that game, you were almost just trying to survive one monster, but like, I want something with a bit more of a story, like you have to escape the city. I don't know. Just, there's so much that I'm going to make a future video about Godzilla games and the more development we need in games for monsters, because but I'll make that in the future, because I can rant on that forever. But anyway, the reason with Godzilla Defense Force that I find it interesting is that, like, if you look at the style, it has a really cool, more colorful, cartoony style, which I really like. But unfortunately, the game is more like from what I understand, from the little video I saw, it's like a card mechanic thing where you got to use your cards to defeat the monsters, and then you can call in like Mechagodzilla and Jet Jaguar to help you. And that's cool, and it's cool that it has like all the monsters. It's got like Biolante, I think Gigan, I have to check through it again. It has a ton of monsters. I think almost the entire catalog of Toho Kaiju are going to be available. which is really cool because it's cool to see these guys. But I wish we could get something more like, there was this great, when Destroy All Monsters Melee came out, there was an expansion or spin-off game for Game Boy, Godzilla Domination, which was fun. I had that little game, you play as Godzilla, Mothra, Rodan, and you had to fight all these monsters. And then at the end, you fought like a giant version of Mecha King Ghidorah on like an asteroid. It was crazy. But it was a lot of fun, and so the cartoony animated style of Godzilla Defense Force reminded me of that. And I was like, oh, what if we had gotten a mobile game where you're like a side-scrolling fighter game where you gotta beat up monsters and you gotta beat bosses? I wouldn't like that. I'm not saying a full price, but maybe a few bucks, I would definitely buy that. That's cool, and I would love to see a little side-scrolling fighter game or monster fighting game thing. But the truth is, of course, we really want a true $60, worth $60, I mean, video game. And again, I'll make a future video on Godzilla video games in general. But I do think that I like the style of Godzilla Defense Force. I like the fact that they're throwing in all the monsters. That's really cool because it's being made by Bandai, so it's not a tie-in to the movie. It's more just a tie-in to the Godzilla in general. I do also like the fact that they used the Godzilla 2000 in it because it's like one of my favorite suits. Oh man, that's going to open up a whole controversy, but the Godzilla 2000 suit is one of my favorites. I don't know, maybe in the future they'll throw in more. But yeah, it's cool. It's cool that we're getting a mobile game, but that's been happening. There's in other game franchises, there's been a lot of controversy. I think it was Diablo and now Alien Isolation that both got mobile games, and people were kind of upset. And a lot of game companies are moving to mobile games when what we really want is a full, console experience game. And especially for us, we're kind of starved of Godzilla game content because Godzilla, the game, I don't know what you call it, Godzilla PS4, PS3, may not have been the best quality or the dream game that some fans wanted. It was pretty heavily criticized. Some people loved it. I never got a chance to play it because I don't have a PlayStation, but I don't know. As someone who grew up on Super Godzilla and Destroy Monsters Melee, and I played Save the Earth, and we had Godzilla Unleashed, I mean, I really, that was my childhood, Godzilla on console. So I really want to see a console Godzilla game, like a good one. And, oh man, I like I said, I can rant about this all day. So that's all I'll say on that for now, but definitely I'll check it out when it comes out. Hopefully it comes to the Play Store or the app. No, I'm on the App Store. And maybe I'll review it, Maybe I'll do a video on it on my gaming channel, Gojo4 Gaming. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, please do, because I'm playing all these like shark flash games, and they're very silly and very fun. But eventually I hope to maybe play more Godzilla games and other stuff. I don't know. It's whatever you guys want to see me play, I'll definitely take a crack at it. But anyway, I think that's what I want to talk about for Godzilla Defense Force, unless anyone has anything else to say. I did want to check out this Ultraman Anime Netflix trailer. My cousins had destroyed all monsters, but one of their friends stole it. Ooh, that happened to me. Well, okay, kind of. Didn't happen to me in the same sense, but I let a friend... Doodly noodles. Okay then. I had a friend, well no, not a friend, a guy I knew in class. I don't really want to call him a friend. And I let him borrow a game. Okay? And it was pretty new. This was bad on my part. I didn't know the guy that well. I shouldn't have let him borrow it. It was new. I had bought it brand new. And then apparently someone stole it, is what he told me. So, I don't know. I ended up, I was kind of like, hey man, that was a new game. And he claimed someone stole it. And I told my friends, I was like, dude, he probably took it. That's a lie. Anyway, so he did pay me back for most of it. Not all of it, because you claimed it was stolen. And so I had to go back out and buy. I was able to buy it again, but it was kind of annoying. So yeah, it's crazy world, man. To this day, I still don't know. Like, maybe it's true. Maybe someone did steal it. And he was nice enough to pay me back for it. Or maybe he just took it. But cold world. Cold world is what I have to say. Yeah. Watch out, man. People be wanting your games, man. Watch out. Watch out. That's all I have to say. Yeah, man. I don't know if y'all can hear my computer. It's a little loud. But day 2. What? Sorry, I'm checking out Matt Frank on if y'all, I think I said this in one of my last videos too. If you know, this is gonna be a random thing. If you want to keep up on Godzilla news, 2 big things. One, go to Instagram if you don't have an Instagram account already, and follow like Godzilla Instagrammers, because G-grammers, I don't know, we need a name. Because I'm always seeing content right when it comes out. I'm always seeing news. I'm always seeing fan art. Like, there's an incredible Godzilla community on Instagram. So I definitely would say go to Instagram and follow these people. Another great person, though, is on Facebook. I don't know if y'all still use Facebook. But Matt Frank, the artist from IDW, he always posts a lot of stuff, like toy pictures, all that stuff, trailers, everything. I think because he's got connections in the community, he gets this stuff as soon as it comes out. So like before anyone even makes like official news posts about it, he's posting it. So if you want to stay on top of this stuff, go follow Matt Frank on Facebook. But also, he is an actual comic book artist, so he's always posting his art. And I'm just checking out this. I'm going to show you guys real fast. Let's see. Hold on. Well, I appreciate you're the only one watching, Kin Nations. Are you sure? Because it says someone else is watching. Anyway, I want to show you guys this. This is really BA. Matt Frank and his Secret Wars. And that's SpaceGodzilla. Very awesome. If y'all... Well, that's my lights. Didn't know that. I got my light and everything. Got to see my setup for 2 seconds there. But hopefully y'all didn't see anything I didn't want you to see. Nah, it's just my light. Anyway, I really like that because if you're all a Marvel fan... Sorry, notification. If you guys are Marvel fans, you know what Secret Wars is. It was this big... well, the first one. There's been like 3 of these already. I don't remember. But the first Secret Wars was this big thing in the 80s where all the Marvel superheroes got together on a planet to do this thing. So, and I don't know why SpaceGodzilla is on it, but it looks cool. And I want to see Marvel bring back Godzilla. Wouldn't that be cool? Just in the comics. Now, obviously in the movies it'd be really hard, but that would be really cool to do a modern day Marvel comic with Godzilla again, like back when they did in the 70s, I want to say the 70s. Technically, the Marvel Godzilla is canon in the Marvel Universe. Technically. I don't know if they need the rights to it, though. Anyway, real reason I'm here is because I wanted to check out this Ultraman Anime Netflix trailer and give a little reaction to it. I don't know if this is the last one, because they may release another one once the actual trailer comes out. Sometimes they do things differently in the market. Oh, thank you for the like. I didn't even know you could see, I'm not used to live streaming, so I didn't even know you could like a video once it's already live streaming, so excellent. Anyway, I'm gonna do a little reaction, but I wonder if I should show you guys. That's a good question. Am I gonna get flagged for copyright? That's a question. Maybe I'll just react, and if I find something interesting, I'll pause it. So I'm kind of worried that I might get flagged. That did happen to me once, that I was flagged for live streaming a trailer because I was reacting to it, and I was live streaming my reaction. So I apologize. I'm gonna have to just watch it, and then I'll cut to it, because I don't want to get flagged, y'all. Blame YouTube, okay? I don't know if y'all can hear it. Whoa. Okay then. Alright. Whoa. Oh, okay. Oh man, I'm definite. Okay. What? Oh. Whoa. Oh my, wait, that monster's famous. Oh my, that's also famous. Is that how you say Ultraman in Japanese? Oh, okay. Oh yeah. Oh no. That's probably going to be copyright flagged. But, yeah. Oh wow. I don't want to hurt anyone. I want to be a man who stands for justice. That monster's famous. Okay. I'm gonna see if sorry guys if I missed any of your comments. Blah blah blah, same, I pressed the like button, I'm the only one watching, same, I appreciate that guys. Okay, I'm gonna say right now that my name's supposed to be King Nations, not King, oh I apologize, sorry, I read it as King Nations. I do apologize, sir, or ma'am, it's 2019, anyone can be a king. I do apologize, Your Excellency. Anyway, watching this Ultraman Netflix trailer, I definitely got to admit, well, it's not a bad thing, but I got some heavy Iron Man vibes. Definitely superhero Iron Man. Now, I think Ultraman was always kind of a superhero who fought monsters. But definitely in this trailer, I'm getting that vibe because there's all these characters and he's fighting these villains. And I'll just show you guys real fast. Let's see, hopefully. Oh, I apologize for that, but I don't know why it's not. There we go. Oh, I apologize. I just want to show you all super quick. Hey, you can see me holding my phone. There's this dude who's an alien, but he looks cool. But yeah, I mean, you look at these guys, right? Very Iron Man-esque, very much. Which is fine, but, you know. And like, look at this. Iron Man always runs around with his helmet off. So, definitely kind of that superhero story. Don't get too cocky. Understand your power. This monster, look, I apologize. I'm not a huge Ultraman fan, so like, I don't know the names of the monsters. But this one is famous. This one is actually well known. And if you can even see it, I apologize for the hilariously bad lighting. And then, come on, I saw this and I was like, dude. That's Iron Man. That's Iron Man. Just call this Ultra Iron Man, the TV show. But it looks cool. It looks like there's a lot of action, suspense, drama, and everything you'd want from, I guess, an Iron Man TV show. So, I'm excited. And I'm definitely, I mean, I plan on reviewing it and watching it, everything. But this is going to be cool because I've never really watched Ultraman before. And so I don't know if I should even bother watching the old series. What I might do is do that afterwards so I can compare. Because I'd rather watch this first, take it in as someone who's never seen Iron Man before, and then go back and rewatch the old ones so I can compare. But, I mean, Ultraman has always kind of been, for me, admittedly, I'm not trying to hate, just a little cheesier for me than Godzilla. I am a boy and I am 9 years old. Well, you're a King Nations, so, but you're a king boy. Anyway, well, welcome. That's fine. I was just saying, I'm not a huge Ultraman fan, but this definitely makes me interested in watching it and going back and rewatching the old the old series, shall I say. So, and maybe there's also the manga, because this is based off an actual manga, so I might check that out as well. And, you know, maybe see how it compares. Again, I don't really watch a lot of manga. I don't even watch a lot of anime. If you've seen my reviews for the Godzilla anime movies, you would know that. First manga volume came out in 2012. It's really Iron Man inspired aesthetically. Kaimo, again, you need to deserve a silver medal. You're on it, my man. You're on it. I appreciate it. Yeah, what, 2012? Then it's been out for a while. Because what, 2019? All right, let me read that comment again. That was what? Yeah. So your comments like come by and then disappear. The first volume came out. That means it was coming out before then. Yeah, how do you... Still getting used to this. All right, the first volume came out in 2012, which means they were making it before even then. So it took them, oh man, 7 years? More than 7 years to come out with this show. Wow, they took their time. Anyway, but there's also Red Man, I think, is also part of the Ultraman universe. That's a comic book that Matt Frank is doing. And just a whole lot of these things that are making me more interested in the Ultraman series franchise universe and checking it out. A couple years ago, there was a trailer for like the 50th anniversary of Ultraman. I believe I have a reaction to it. I think I reacted to it. It's an older video, but I reacted to it, and it was like this whole 3D animated trailer where Ultraman fights a monster. My first real name is Xander. My real second, no. Okay, like the Xander Zone. Yeah, Xander, pronounced with a Z. Yeah. Xander King. Well, I mean, you know, to each his own. If you want Xander King or King Nations, Your Excellency, you're king no matter what now, right? Xander King. But anyway, yeah, so there was that trailer, and I don't know where that project went. But there was also that Gamera 50th anniversary trailer thing, and we don't know where that project went either. But we're getting an Ultraman anime, which does look pretty cool. I mean, speaking for someone who doesn't watch a lot of anime, who doesn't read a lot of manga, this is intriguing my interest. And speaking of that as well, I will eventually finish my review of Godzilla Planet Eater. I know that movie came out already like 2 months ago. It is coming. As ever, you know, but I have other projects ongoing. The volumes are in the collection of issues, like they're just sections of the story. Sorry, I was reading a comment from Kaimo. He was talking about that the series is still ongoing, which means it's really long then if it's been going on for 7 years. But again, Ultraman's been on for like more than 50. So, which is also, if I'm forgetting, this is going to be a 13 episode season. So I wonder if they're going to cover the first volume, the second volume, how much of the series they're going to adapt into this first season. Maybe it'll be just the first volume, or it might be the first couple. It depends on the success. But if it is successful, man, we could be getting Ultraman on anime, Ultraman on Netflix in an anime form for a while. I mean, first, let's hope it's a good show. Let's not get too excited. But as I was saying too in my Monster Planets reviews, no, my Godzilla anime reviews of Monster Planet and City on the Edge of Battle, I had always said I wanted a Godzilla anime series more than anime films. And in fact, at this point, it's pretty much known that they were originally supposed to be a series, and then they decided to make them 3 movies. I think they would have been way better as a series, and so that's why I'm kind of hoping the Ultraman anime shows us it's better to make a series than a movie, because I think, like, in a way, anime series, you can be more forgiving. You know, it's okay if there's filler content, if there's too much talking, because you know you're okay with cliffhangers, you're okay with fillers. You just learn to enjoy the characters. There's enough time to get interested and invested. Whereas like a movie, you expect a beginning and an end and all the action to be compressed and exciting. And it just, if that doesn't happen, you know, in the movie, then it just ends up being, for me at least, not interesting. And there are some people who really enjoy the Godzilla anime movies. I'm not trying to bash them. You know, I'm trying to say, if you enjoy them, nothing wrong with that. They weren't my cup of tea, but if you do enjoy them, there's nothing wrong with that. And if you hate them, that's fine, but like try and be chill about them. You know, don't bash them like they're the worst things ever, and don't bash people who did enjoy them. In general, with this community, like, we all have different opinions. We all like different films. You know, we are Godzilla fans, but we like certain kinds of Godzilla films. Sorry. Oh, you have nothing to apologize for, King Nations. No worries. No worries. We're all good here. But, yeah. You know, just respect Godzilla fans' opinions, you know. If they like a Godzilla movie that you don't like, that's okay. You probably like a movie they don't like either. So we gotta respect each other's opinions, and, you know, that way we have a good community, because a toxic fan community is there's so many examples of toxic communities for movies that I don't want to name them, Star Wars, but we don't want to be like that. Well, there was already that drama with NECA in our community, so again, yeah. Anyway, so Ultraman looks cool. I'm gonna check it out. I feel like I've just been rambling, and oh, I was gonna mention one last thing, one last teensy tiny thing, just for y'all. I know some of us are FNAF fans, Five Nights at Freddy's, if you know what that is. And I just like, you know, I think it's an interesting franchise. Not even really into horror games, but I just find it neat. And so, and we like guys in suits, right? So what's better than animatronics? So Five Nights at Freddy's just recently unveiled the screenshots. Okay, they used fan art, and there was some controversy behind it. But essentially, they're promoting the new FNAF VR, which is cool, because this time Scott Cawthon has, from what I understand, contracted a outside company to create FNAF VR. And that's going to be really cool. Not that I'm saying he's a bad developer, you know. Obviously, though, he needed some... VR is complicated, right? You need specialists who can do that. So it'll be cool to see a FNAF game not entirely made just by Scott Cawthon. And VR is going to be insane. Something that the franchise was always perfect for anyway, even though he never built it specifically for VR, it was always great for it. Lots of people have played FNAF VR, YouTubers. I think Markiplier played it. That originally, the first time, you know, by that point they played it so much they weren't even scared of it anymore, but when they did it on VR, they said it was terrifying. It was like playing it brand new all over again. So that's really exciting. And it's just cool to get a new FNAF game, because the last one was what, just Custom Night? And then before that was, Custom Night was just one night that you could like get all the characters. And then the other one was like man, I never remember the names of these things. FNAF, was it FNAF 7? No, it's not FNAF 7. FNAF 7 is not a game. FNAF series. What was the last one? The real last one, not Custom Night. Was... Pizzeria Simulator, that's what it was, 2017, which kind of wrapped everything up. There's an ongoing joke that Matt Pat from Game Theory always has a panic attack when a new game comes out, because he's got like 20 videos on the Five Nights at Freddy's theories, and it's like, he looks like, if you've seen that meme of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia with Charlie Day's character, and he's like pointing, he's got a conspiracy theory drawn out and all these lines connecting, and he looks like a maniac. Yeah, that's Matt Pat with Five Nights at Freddy's. And like, personally, I don't even know if Scott Cawthon has a canon. Sometimes I wonder, I think he's just making it up as he goes along, and he makes it purposely complicated, so people will like come up with theories and fan theories and speculate and try and figure out what the hell's going on in these games. And I bet you he's like, there is no theory, there's no story, I'm just making this up. That would be super funny, that Matt Pat has just made these videos for nothing. But I don't know. It's good marketing. Scott Cawthon is a smart man. And then eventually, the movie will come out, maybe I'll make a trailer for that. My friend Max likes FNAF. Yes, I actually really thought 3 was cool, and Sister Location. I think those have been the most interesting. I just like the atmosphere and like how it's such a simple horror concept. It's just making sure the animatronics don't get you, but there's so much lore inside of it that it's really in the atmosphere. How creepy it is. It's so interesting, and I hope the movie A gets made and B turns out to be good, because it's one of those things that you could really screw up too. And we've got plenty of bad horror movies. I haven't played FNAF in years. Oh, I haven't either. You know what though? I'm going to go back a second, only because I mentioned Alien Isolation on mobile. Funny enough, that game that was for Alien Isolation on mobile was essentially a FNAF knockoff. Like you had to like change the cameras to spot the alien before it gets you. And so FNAF inspired a mobile game for a movie franchise. Isn't that so funny how it ended up? And there's a lot of FNAF clones. But, I definitely think, too, it kind of got burnt out, and people got burnt out because he kept making so many games. So hopefully FNAF VR will not be too much. I don't think it's coming out anytime soon. It's a process. But hopefully people aren't too burnt out. They've had time to they've had a break from FNAF. And, admittedly, like, sure, the series are repetitive, but you do get what you get. And Scott Cawthon, Pizzeria Simulator was free. And Custom Night, I don't know if it was free or not. But, like, every game, first of all, is less than $10. And you get what you pay for. And in an era where, and this is, like, especially if you follow a lot of gaming news, in an era where a lot of video games trying to shove you with DLC and pre-order bonuses and microtransactions and loot boxes and all this other crap where they sell you half a game for full price and you got to pay for the other half. Scott Cawthon gives you your money's worth. I will always praise him for that. And maybe his games aren't perfect, they have problems, maybe he makes too many of them, but he gives you your money's worth. He doesn't try and cheat people out of their money, and he's not like money grubby and greedy. And I always appreciate that about Scott. Now some of the fans of FNAF can be awful. I was just talking about toxic fans. But Scott Cawthon himself, as a game developer, I have a lot of respect for him because of what he's done and how he's not interested in making butt tons of money on the backs of fans, right? He's not trying to exploit fans. So, anyway, I might mention that a little bit more too. Like I said, maybe FNAF movie fan trailer as well. And I think that's it for this. I think I've blabbed on long enough. One last thing I have to mention. Yeah, before I forget, I need to post more about this. I said I wanted to do, I want to do a Q&A coming up very soon. So please, if you want, leave it as a comment or you can ask now and I'll answer it later. I want to do a Q&A video. So yeah, on any of my videos you can leave it too. Just anything, it can be random, but I just want to put something together, something special, just to get people, I don't know, get their answers, give them their answers. I don't know, if people have really, super important questions they've always wanted to ask me, or stupid things like, I don't know, or what's your favorite Godzilla movie, or who's your favorite monster, or what program do you use to edit? I don't know, the typical YouTube Q&A questions, or are you dumb? Are you stupid? The troll questions. I'll answer those too. I'll answer anything that won't get me flagged by YouTube. I'll answer. So, yeah, leave that as a comment or as a wherever, on whatever video you want. If you're watching one of my videos, I'll answer it. Or on Instagram too. Follow me on Instagram, on Facebook as well. I will answer those as well. If you're not following me on Facebook and Instagram, go do that. Links are in my channel. Or you can find me, it's Gogeo4 on Instagram, and it's Gogeo4 videos on Facebook. Anyway, sorry guys for that long outro. Thank you all for sticking around, both of y'all, Kaimo Films and King Nations. I really appreciate that. Much respect to you guys. And like I said, one more time, one last shout out for Kaimo Films because he was so good. during this live stream. Go subscribe to him. I'll leave a link to his channel below. Give him some love, because he showed us plenty of love today. So let's give him some love. Let's get him to 1,000 subscribers. Go follow him too on Instagram, because he's also on Instagram, and I don't know if he has any other social media. But yeah, give him some love, give him some support. And I'm signing off, guys. So thank you all, and I'll see you in the next video.